I can pound you, or I can pound your husband.
Give it up! LAPD!
Right. No, it won't let me. Right, hang on. No. Right. Options. Controls. Keyboard and mouse. Right. Interact attack, yes. Raise fist, right trigger. Block is space. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I need to hold right click. That's what we're learning. Right, okay. Go down.
I love it when they don't jump.
There we go.
Are you injured, Mrs. Bishop?
I'm all right now. Those horrible, awful men.
Perhaps you should sit down, ma'am.
Yes. Forgive me, officers. I'm very flushed. I'll just sit down for a moment.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am. Take a moment while we look around.
Yes, thank you. Just look at this mess.
Moriarty, not investigating. It's the hat.
Don't think this is anything.
That's the New Testament. You don't think it's relevant to the case, is what you mean. It's a thing. All things are things. That's why they're things. Because they're things.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Pick a faith.
I don't think so. Optimistic, Cole.
He's talking to himself.
Doesn't tell me anything.
I think that's almost the problem. The problem with this game is that they try to make it really interactive. But
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
considering the other things that have happened so far in this investigation, I really do not want to know. But
Probably not.
they have to include things that aren't real clues. But the problem is, because they're not counted as clues in like investigation, it doesn't do anything. Silver
Presented
speed
to
props.
Mark.
Why are all the books everywhere?
I doubt it.
No, it's a matchbox for a place. Tactics and technique of infantry. Is that Rommel's book? That might be Rommel's book. Sherlock Holmes. Choice. Oh. I mean, they just waste your time. They don't actually provide any difficulty or... That's a block. And there's a mermaid.
Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Hopgood. Lorna Hopgood. Not Marlon, but Hopgood, certainly. Principles of color and color mixing. Not relevant, I don't think.
Those men, I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
I'm gonna say doubt.
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
You are complicit in all of this, Gloria. You know what happens to these poor deluded kids, and you go along with it. I need to find your husband.
Why'd you come to Hollywood, detective? Handsome young man like you might find a little something in the movies. You've never thought about it?
No, I haven't.
Well, then you must be the only person in this burg who hasn't. We're born into temptation, detective. It's character that determines what we do about it.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store.
Did
You
she?
better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
So check in your
Your
room.
husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thank you.
Let's get out of here.
An aging movie star, a wannabe starlet, and a movie producer's wife. They're finally rubbing shoulders with the almost rich and famous.
And from the stories they've given us, clearly none of them can act.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You're behind the wheel.
All right. Where to?
Silver screen. I think we've done everything we can in the apartment. Although that raises the question that there might be some other bits and pieces to do, but...
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't
Really?
seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and the cafe.
There's our mermaid.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
I wonder if there's a shrunken head missing back there.
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Ah! It's missing from here, isn't it?
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that?
Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company.
A lot of shrunken heads around. And drugs.
Doping a 15-year-old kid and abusing her in a screen test. What is wrong with these people?
Can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
Mirror. Ah. That's a fake.
I wonder if they saw this, how many budding starlets would still get on the bus to come to Hollywood.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Was it Jessica Hamilton? Yeah.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Same beverage. Yeah. Oh, that's just a bit of rubbish. Let's talk to him, shall we?
You ever do any work for Mark Bishop?
Mainly do work for the studios. RKO, Republic, Warner Brothers. So yeah, when Bishop was doing work for a studio, yes.
When did you last see him?
Now I'm doing work for his next picture. Still pre-production though. Haven't seen him around here in a while.
Well, we know that's not true.
I know you're lying, Hopgood. Bishop was here, and you know exactly what he was doing and what he left lying around afterwards.
You come in here without a warrant and now you start throwing your weight around? You should get your facts straight before you come in here and start shooting off that mouth of yours.
But we know it's from... We know it's from here! There is so many shrunken heads here! We know it... Ugh!
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
Doesn't answer the question.
You're delivering props to Jungle Drums on 8th Street?
Bishop is using that old rundown wreck of a set. That place is dangerous. But it might be a good spot to hide.
That's all for now, Hopgood. We're taking you in.
Phelps! Roy Earl, ad vice. Hold on a moment. This is clearly a vice case. You've been roughing up my informant?
Hopgood is a vice informer?
Yes, he is, Phelps, and a very important one. Look at that mug. Have you been upsetting these two officers, Marlon?
So we just drop it?
You do if you know what's good for you. You need to catch the movie producer before an angry husband does, from what I'm hearing.
I'll be making a full report to the captain, Detective.
You do that, kid. We're all very impressed with you.
Let it slide, Cole. Let's get out of here.